Howdy! Tanya Kraster is here, and today we're going to study a technique even a child can work with. It's so freaking easy, but you can make awesome stuff with it. Pretty random, but awesome. It's called auqaprint, aquacolor immersion printing in science talk. Let's get down to it. The basis of it is pretty simple. We have 2 points, the paint being the water repellent and the water surface tension. You have seen oil spills on water. They stay there, and if you dip the finger in, the oil will cover your finger or whatever you stick inside. All we need is some container with water and some paint that doesn't dissolve in water. First of all, we need a container for water. Any container wide enough to put the object inside and shake it to remove the paint overdue. Well, you'll get it all now. First of all, I want to try usual nail polish. You can take your wife's polish and get your ass kicked for fucking around, you dumbass stylist, you.
They not living for you and you not living for them. Do you?
So, polish, nail polish. Let's see how they react with water. Drop. You fucker, it sinks. Here we have to carefully put a drop on the water surface. Here it is, spreading slowly. Let's add a few more drops. You can put it randomly, it will mix later anyway and gonna be cool. And a few more colors. A couple of drops and add a few more. You can use any paint. Any paint which is going to float is good to go. Then it's up to your imagination and method of treatment, like varnishing, etc. So, we have some kind of splat. Let's mix it a bit. Whee! Floating! That's a pretty fun thing to do with your kids. I think they might dig it, and when someone asks you what were you doing yesterday, you say, I was coloring water with nail polish. Who gives a crap what they think? These splats are pretty tense. We better spread them. You cut the splat and the water surface tension does its... fuck. It all went down the shitter. Let's do it again. Too late, too late. The nail polish went dry and doesn't mix. Fuck you, polish. Let's do it again. Okay, we have some splats. Let's put them on the bowl. We put it under 45 degrees carefully, keeping the stuff on the surface tight. Shit, I hope I can hold the bowl properly. And all the paint is transferred on the bowl. Looks pretty exotic. It's fun to play with colors. So the nail polish sticks on. Let's see what should we do with it. Like, can we remove it with a fingernail in a day or so? If it does, we can just varnish it. I wanted to use nail polish as an example, but all the fun begins now. Let's get down to paintwork. A whole bunch of alkyd. Is it alkyd? Yeah, animal is alkyd. Great for our purpose. And now you can just go with the flow. For example, blue, green, what else? Red. Today we have many things we're going to paint. And let's get into the painting approaches, because there are some ins and outs. Let's think about the way the coloring process takes place. We have some thin file on the water surface and we put an object in. If you remember your geometry, you cannot wrap plain surface around just any figure. If you take a globe cut up or just an orange peel, we have some petals and sphere our object. If we take a flat surface, we can definitely cover a half circle with it. It is a rotar cover. It has already been primed with a special primer used for that crap. I'll show it to you later on. If we take some complicated object like a 3D star, it would be pretty difficult to color it that way. Because we have the spikes, the film is folding up on them, they are some cavities with air inside. Yeah, you must not have cavities with air when you put the object in. Because, well, that's a good example. that hole on the bottom of the flask. If we put this flask with this cavity down, the air will get there and the paint won't stick on. No way, no sir. Or maybe from the other side it will fall down. Ugh. You can see what I'm talking about right here. The nail polish dried up on the water surface, and when we started to stretch it, we got all these wrinkles. Not cool at all. With enamel, it's much better. We can spray a huge load of it and it won't dry up so quickly, especially on the water surface. So, let's do it. Make sure you shake the can for 3 to 5 minutes to mix the bottom residuo. That's what the balls are for. Otherwise, you'll just stuff up the nozzle. That sucks. So, let's go. Red, blue, green, and they're randomly mixed. Let's paint it. Now we have to shake it to get rid of the paint overdue. And voila! Everything we sprayed is on our object. So we have some childish customized rotor cover. We colored the rotor cover, let's get down to the flask. I don't like the color pattern. Red, blue, green, I want to get a bacon color. By the way, if you don't want to get all that crap on your next object, you have to take it out. Or at least just most of it. This guide is pretty easy and effective, fortunately. We can play around as long as we want to. Put paint in layers. Fuckers. How do you like them shitty apples? A me flask. If you want the paint to stay on our object longer, you have to use special primer for that animal before you color it. And you can varnish it afterwards. Then it's gonna be awesome. It'll stay for ages. And you see the bottom, I tried to put it in under 45 degrees to cover it, but as you can see, and I also touched it with my finger, most of the paint didn't stick on properly. Because such a place, I guess, that's how it spreads. If you've seen our Russian video, how do we call it, how to make any body, as far as I remember. If you combine two techniques of vacuum forming and immersion printing, you can make pretty awesome modal car bodies and whatever, I don't know, just various bodies, eggshells, car models, anything. So, a car model. That would be better to pre-coat it white so we get a proper base coat. Anyway, I'll show you how that crap gets on such a complicated surface. Covered it, all stretched properly, with dots of course, pretty shitty, but we get some kind of pattern. Shit. Double exposure. I want a blue bottle for something. A good blue, not just blue, with splotches and all that crap. I should add some white, I guess. Something like that. Actually, you can create your own pattern with the water vortex. We will make a vortex right here. Should have used a round container. Anyway, it'll slip together and it's gonna be cool. Kinda like blue marble. Let's dip it in. You can vary the pattern by shaking the object in the water. Mob didn't come out too shitty, I guess. Comes out as a nice toothbrush handler. Let's get on with it. We have a wine bottle. What should we do with it? I guess red and what color is this? Black? Red and black? Let's try it. While working with paint, use self-protecting measures. Unlike me, an asshole, because. We got a bloody mess, which looks like goddamn hell. Like lava. You can play around with paint, get such effects of an eggshell if you want to color a lamp. Actually, if you get a proper combo, it might look pretty awesome. Let's go on. What do we have? Red. Let's add some green. I want to paint a couple of yellow flasks. Here the colors combine pretty cool. Let's color the other one blue. That's how the green looks on yellow pre-paint. Awesome, cool, hip. We can color a gun that way, like a Counter-Strike Go extreme color. Wait, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you show that to a kid, he'll say extreme color. So we have extreme colored whatever we had here. Let's try the blue one. Dip it in. So green we got. Let's compare. Blue on yellow and green on yellow. The green looks cooler. Actually, yesterday we started fucking around and colored that kind of trays for props. We got a load of them. And thought, why don't we customize them? Let's try. Well, first of all, it's pretty quick and you get a different pattern every time. It's always pretty random, which is interesting. Let's spray some unholy shit in it. Mix all the colors. Metallic color is in. What color is this? I don't know. Oh, some white for the contrast is good. More red, white, blue, a crazy mash. And we dip that thing in. I would color a snowboard that way. A skateboard even. Very extreme color we get, very extreme. Actually, it reminds me of yo-yos or balloons which are colored in that random acid way. Now we have that kind of pattern. It's all from the same paints we used. You cannot stop me! Let's mix everything. More paint. More red. Now this one. I don't know what color is this, but I need it. I needed more. And more of this. And let's mix that puke. Well, it's a pretty shitty pattern now. So what you see is what you get. The technique is quite easy as a technique and as a gift decoration, gift idea, etc, etc. If you like this video and consider it to be informative or silly-willy, like it, comment and subscribe. Don't forget that bell. Bell works only if you choose all notifications. Only then you'll get info on all the videos personally, because the YouTube subscription works like crap right now. Thanks for watching, Danya Kraster signing off. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.
Блять.